Hey guys, what's up? We are back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, and gonna be opening some packs today, potentially up to 50 if we get hyper unlucky. But if we do okay, well then we won't have to. But it's probably gonna be 50 because you know we're not gonna have any good luck. But I had been looking at Alistair the Invoker like a week or two ago, and it was like, you know what, I want this engine, archetype, etc. Even though I'm pretty sure everyone thinks of it as being outdated, it's lame, whatever now. It's too slow. Well, not too slow, it's just not as good as everything else. I mean, obviously Snake Eyes. But I don't care. I would like to have a set of Alistair the Invoker cards. So Alistair the Invocation, this stuff, which apparently, like, Alistair is hyper inexpensive. Assuming we're not counting ultras. Like, we're just saying, like, or not counting, like, supers aren't that big of a deal is what I mean. Because if you don't care about the ultra, the ultra rare invoked card, which is this Elysium, then it's all supers. Alistair, for some reason, is a super. Invocation is a super. The Omni Negate is a super. Like, what? And everything else is just rares and normals. Like, since when? Like that, I feel like that's crazy. Even the Link Alistair isn't an ultra. Like, let's look at Invocation. Like, yeah, just that. And then Alistair. It's just Alistair. I don't think the spellbooks are anything important here, right? I don't think spellbooks have anything to do with Alistair. So, like, why is this so cheap? It's just the one ultra, which I'm pretty sure no one's going to end up using. But yeah, I just feel like that's crazy. And the Magistus stuff is in there too, and I was like, well, I kind of like this too, and it feels like it kind of goes with Alistair if you think about it, kind of. So that's where it gets expensive, because they do have a few ultras, which we're going to start with ultra to get into it, so probably one of these. And Alistair, I had realized, is a one-card combo into Omni Negate. Because if you can get your normal summon off in search, like if they don't stop you, then it's play Alistair, grab Invocation, link off into Artemis, and because you're going into an invoked card, you can banish Alistair from the graveyard with Invocation to hit your Omni Negate off of Artemis and Alistair. And that was all off of one Alistair. Now you have your Omni Negate live. And 4 cards still in hand, I'm pretty sure, and then you can do whatever, but you probably want to actually play Alistair, special summon whatever the card that lets you special summon if you have a spellcast or something. One of these lets you go, right? Even if it doesn't, these guys can special summon on Alistair, because if you have a spellcaster, they can special summon off of that. Not that they really are going to go anywhere. But yeah, it's just Alistair is a 1-card to Mechaba. And then figure out what the rest of you're going to do with your 4 cards after that. So this probably isn't going to be the deck. I just threw this together the other day. But yeah, we're going in for that. We're going to probably generate this to get the pack open. But we're going to talk about the Water and Wind event for a second, because that's where we got all the gems from, was doing that. Which I had used a Dynamis Kaiju deck eventually that I actually got somewhere because of a viewer's suggestion to add Ultimate Slayer. I believe the name was like the Ancient Warrior or something. If that's not right, I'm sorry. It's the Ancient something, I'm pretty sure. And I've now changed that to be a regular deck now. So almost basically the same, except I added 2 of these. Before it was just 2 and 3 of these. Now we have 2 of these, so we have a little bit more variety. And an Effect Veiler thrown in there for the sake of it. Did I add anything else other than that? Got rid of one of the pots, because you don't want to mess this up too much. I think that's it for the main deck. It's just all these hits, because obviously with Ultimate Slayer, you want to hit cards that give you more advantages. So obviously with Elder Entity, you get a free pop. So this is a bounce into a pop. This is a bounce into a draw. This is a bounce into another bounce if one of your cards gets destroyed, but this card is actually even better, because if you use this to send this, that's a bounce, but then when this gets sent to the graveyard, you can bounce another face-up your opponent has, so that this turns us into a double bounce, which actually would have helped me yesterday, but you couldn't use this in the Wind and Water deck because it's a light monster, but it turns us into a double bounce, which is crazy. This is a target and negate. If you send that, obviously we have the Infinity Light, because there are still cards that are in here for Dynamis. Like, that's a Dynamis card, these are Dynamists, the Electromite, Beyond the Pendulum. Like, there's still room to play with your extra deck for the deck as well, on top of having the Slayer targets. Blossom is just draw one, discard, or send one back. Appaloosa is for the regular deck. But this card, Bucephalus II, actually says if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one Beast Warrior Winged Beast from your extra to the graveyard. Now, you would think Ferjit would be who you would be sending, but no, you would be sending Garura, because Garura is a Wind Beast, so use this, send this. So that's a free bounce on a Link monster that then turns into a draw. So you get a bounce and a draw off of this to this to this. So that's pretty good. So yeah, thanks to them, because I would have forgotten about Ultimate Slayer if they had not mentioned it, and now it is probably like one of my favorite cards. Yeah, this deck is good. I think this deck goes somewhere, because it's a going second deck. You want them to build their board, and you want to destroy it with Ultimate Slayer and Interrupting Kaiju Slumber, etc. But now back to the main event. Obviously, we spent 7 minutes just talking about cards, because that's my favorite thing, is just making decks, so it's kind of enjoyable to just talk about this stuff. So grab her, even though I feel like this is the main boss monster for the Magistus, because you summon this out and then it grabs another card from here and attaches it to itself. And if you know what deck your opponent is playing, their opponent's monsters cannot activate their effects if a Fusion Secret Exceed or Link is attached to this, and that monster that's trying to activate its effect is one of these. So if you know your opponent, you can just grab whatever you need and lock them down. So let's go ahead and just grab her. I feel like I might have even had this card and I destroyed it like a dumb. I figured I would never be playing these if that was the case, but here we are. Again, we probably want this, but we might be able to just make it, depending on how lucky we get. Yep, Seekers of Witchcraft, and I have apparently not opened this set before, so we get a free 51st pack. I had this card. I might still have it, I might have destroyed it. One pack luck? No. I mean, at least fills in the blanks. Now, this side is like random junk, right? Which is the problem. So we got... what is this? Oh, it is one of the, it's the Magistus that we needed. I haven't looked at it that close before. And more Magistus stuff with Witchcraft stuff invoked on that as well. Yeah, we're going in 450 if we must. Maybe we'll even look at Witchcrafters if we need to, because again, I might have this, but I might have destroyed it, which if I did, whoops. But I definitely had this card once upon a time, and I might have crushed it just because, I mean, cards are not easy to come by. I could finally get into, hold on, I want to see what that, what is this? Crowley the First Prophecyr. So that is probably for the Magister stuff, because Crowley is a Magistus. Alright, first 10. First half is pretty good, second half is trash. But I'm assuming the last pack guaranteed has a... whoa, almost clicked skip. Guaranteed has an SR in it, right? It's always on the wrong side. We got Crowley, and that Magistus in that. Purgatorio, Nebula, Meteorite, and it's glossy. Change all face down monsters on the field to face up defense. During the end phase this turn, change all face up light reptile monsters you control to face down defense. Then draw one card for each. After that, you can special summon one level 7 or higher light reptile from your deck. I mean, it's probably good, but it kind of just makes me want to destroy it because you took away an ultra from my cards here. I hate that they're over here. We're getting nothing. Magical Musket, Cross Domination. Magical Muskets, I fought them once on stream, and it was not fun. If you control a Magical Musket monster, target one face-up monster on the field until the end of the turn, change its attack to 0, all its effects are negated, you can only use this effect once per turn. Pretty sure they kept just recycling cards, so you could never break the cycle of them just keeping you locked down. Finally, something on the side that we needed on. Witchcrafter. Of course, it's going to be all Witchcrafter stuff too, right? It's not going to be a single Alistair or Magistus card. Add one Witchcrafter monster from your deck to your hand. Great. During your end phase, if you control a Witchcrafter monster while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use one Witchcrafter creation effect per turn and only once per turn. So if you add it, you can't put this back in your hand. It has to be your next turn to get this back into your hand, and it's the end of your next turn on top of that. Because it says you can only use one of its effects per turn. Yeah, wasting our ultra rare on that. Site over here is a problem. Yes, we got one Alistair. So obviously, quick effect, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, then target one feature monster you control, it gains 1000 attack until the end of the turn, but the main thing is if you normal summon this, or it's flip summons, you can add an invocation from your deck. I guess you would need a lot of protection against having invocation taken away from you. Oof, whiffed there. We better not come out of this going for Alistair and Magistus and just come out on only having Witchcrafter stuff. Oh, double Brain Research Lab and Night Express Night. Which is a psychic thing, right? Yeah. Once per turn, you can normal summon a psychic monster in addition to your normal summon. If successful, place a counter on this card. You can also place one psychic counter on this card instead of paying life points to activate a psychic monster effect that you control. When this card is removed from the field, the controller of this card takes 1000 damage for each psychic counter. Now, it says removed from field. I don't know if that counts for being bounced to deck. Or even handed, for that matter. But if this gets banished or... Because when it gets removed from the field, I don't think it's specifically saying if it gets banished, but if it gets banished or sent to the graveyard, this procs, but I don't know if that counts towards bouncing. That'll be special summon from the deck. Normal summon this card without tripping, but its original attack becomes 0. Not its defense, though. But you obviously would be putting it up in attack position. Can I get a second Alistair? It is Witchcrafter Hain. I guess Hain. Opponent cannot target other spellcaster monsters you control with card effects. Quick effect, you can discard one spell, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, destroy it. Only uses once per turn, and I'm assuming spells want to be in the graveyard. You can send the spell that grabs a Witchcrafter to the graveyard to add the spell back to your hand at the end of your turn because you didn't use it to grab a Witchcrafter. We're filling in the normals and rares, but still. Okay, where's my super... Ultra Invoked Elysium. I guess we're running Elysium because I wasn't even going to attempt to try to get one of those. And this is super at the end, right? Yeah. And we got one of the Magistus. This is the one... I had 2 of these in there, but Sure, Elysium is crazy, but to play this is pretty hard. You need an evoked monster, and a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck. Evoked monster means you need another fusion invoked on the board. A special summon from the extra deck, that could just be the Blink girl, if nothing else. Like, link off Alistair, and then somehow summon an invoked creature on top of that. Well, I feel like I've tried to run the math on this. Summon... You'd have to get another invoked somehow, but if you have 2 invoked and an Alistair in your hand... Well, if you have an Alistair and an invoked in your hand, play Alistair, grab invoked, now you have 2 invoked in hand. Link Alistair off to go into the Link Spellcaster girl. Then well, actually, before you even do all that, you need to have one of these special summons from hand on top of that. So again, Alistair, special summon one of the other monsters, special summon one of the other monsters, whatever it is, whatever element, doesn't matter. Then you link off Alistair. Then you use Alistair and whatever you special summoned to go into one of the other invoked. Then you use your other invocation to turn that invoked monster and your spellcaster link monster into Elysium, I think is how you could do that. And then now you have a card that's a quick effect to banish every single attribute monster. Because this effect must be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials. While faithful on the field, it is all types, or all attributes. Once per turn, quick effect, you can target one invoked monster you control, which is itself, or in your graveyard, which you sent to summon this. Banish it and all monsters your opponent controls with the same attribute as that monster. So if it sends itself, all of their monsters get banished. And this is a non-targeting all banish. So it is possible to summon this that easily, assuming the calculations I just did are correct. That's how you would get this out. You know, Invocation and Alistair in hand. So it's a 2-card combo to get to this thing, but still, Alistair, grab your Invocation, play your Spellcaster. Well, it's even more than 2-card combo. It's like a 3-card combo. It's a 3-card because you need a monster in your hand that can get on the field with Alistair. Yeah, play Alistair, grab your Invocation, special summon a monster from your hands, link Alistair off into girl, play Invocation, turn Alistair from the graveyard and the monster on the field into some sort of fusion, then use your second Invocation to then turn the fusion and the link girl into Elysium. Assuming I am correct in my assessments. And we have Vrom, the Magistus Divinity Dragon. While this card is equipped as an equip card, while this card is an equip card, you equipped monster cannot be destroyed by your opponent's spells or traps. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. If the single summon card is destroyed, you can destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls at the start of the damage step. If the monster this card is equipped to battles an opponent's monster, you can destroy that opponent's monster. So it's pretty decent. But yeah, those are pretty decent. Ooh, worms. I mean, I would like a worm deck, but I doubt that'll be a waste to try to make. I don't think they ever got any support again, right? Like, worms by themselves aren't that good, I'd assume. But that wasn't too bad of a hit. We got Elysium, which I was not even banking on, and one of the Magistus Dragons, and Alistair, and some Witchcraft or stuff, but whoop-de-doo. Well, that was the first 10 packs, so we're going in for another 10. We still need 2 Alistair, 3 Invocation, and... Ooh, right off the bat. I mean, the first half is weighted, front-loaded, but the second half is full of supers, potentially. Don't be on the left side of this pack. Ugh, it was on the left side. Dang it. Psychic and Punisher. This is still legal? This thing's still legal? While your life points are less than your or equal to your opponent's, this synchro summoning card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects Tuner non-tuner. Once per turn, you can pay 1,000. Then target one monster you control and one card your opponent controls, banish them. At the start of the battle phase, you can make this card attack equal to the difference in your life points and your opponent's. See, I thought this card was banned. I'm guessing it's not banned in Master Duel / the OCG. Maybe it's banned in real life, I'm not sure. Or, I mean, in the TCG, but I could have sworn this thing was banned. Maybe it's a different card I'm thinking of. But cool to have it in the kit, but we are here for Alistair. And I completely forgot about my joke I was going to make about Alistair too, about everyone cares about these one-card combos with, you know, Snake Eyes and all the other nonsense, and I'm just here for my one-card combo Alistair. Again, something I keep saying, you're here for Snake Eyes, I'm here for Alistair, we are not the same. Reject modernity, return to tradition, tradition being Alistair Invoker. So of course we're not have anything on this first half. Another Crowley there, shiny Crowley. Oh, upgrade on this one. Be on the right side, please. Thank you. Another Witchcrafter card. Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as material, including a Witchcrafter. During your end phase, if you control the Witchcrafter while this card is in your graveyard, you can add this card to your hand. You can only use one of this card's effects per turn, so it's just a fusion. This is not a quick play, so why would you play this? Fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field. The only reason you play these cards, right, is because you can't search polymerization easily, but you can search a card that is part of an archetype easily. So that's why you play this. It's literally just fusion summon a monster. You get no benefit other than on your next turn you get to get this card back to your hands. Ooh, double and triple. Okay. Centurion, True Awakening, the counterspell. When a spell or trap card or monster effect is activated, send one face-up monster card from your spell and trap zone to the graveyard to get the activation. If you do destroy that card, you can only use this effect once per turn. I mean, this is kind of a card that could be put into Magistus. But wasting your equips like that is kind of brutal. Invocation! That's one Alistair, one Invocation. It's two Alistair back to back that came together. So two Alistair, one Invocation. Nice. We're getting there. We have Elysium, we just don't have Mechaba. Get nothing there. Oof. Caligula, though. What can they call it? Just Caligula. Just call him what you mean. Full armed Utopic Ray Lancer. I feel like I saw this during the Wind versus Water event. Water versus Wind. 3 level 4s. Once per turn, you can also exceed summon this card by discarding a spell or trap and using one rank 4 or lower exceed monster you control. Transfer its materials to this card. Monsters your opponent controls lose 500. At the start of the battle phase, you can negate the effects of all attack precision monsters your opponent controls. This attacking card destroys the opponent's monster by battle. You can attach one material from this card and it can attack again. I didn't mean that. Didn't matter anyways. It tricks me. There wasn't a super in there. Oh. Wind-up Magician. I love wind-ups. Unfortunately, it's not what we're looking for right now. If the effect of a wind-up monster is activated, except itself, you can special summon one level 4 lower wind-up monster from your deck and face-up defense position. This card can only be used once while this card is face-up. I think you play Wind Up Magician, Spell Summon Wind Up Shark, Wind Up Magician's effect activates. Because I think Wind Up Shark's effect is Special Summon is a card. I mean, it's an effect that special summons itself if you have a Wind Up or something, I think. Another Witchcrafter creation. Add a Witchcrafter from the deck. So that's 20. So we have 30 packs left, so don't be despaired too much. I'm taking a step back. Oh, and we're here. Yes. So yeah, still missing not Killig, Mechaba, these two, these three. But this is in there, right? I said it was, yeah. What we want to look at is to see if I was dumb enough to get rid of the boss. It looks like I was. No, never mind. I was not. I have it still. I might have had multiple. Maybe that's what it was. But yeah, I still have her, so we could run Witchcrafter if we get more of these. What am I missing? I'm missing this one, the poster girl. Oh, and the fusion, so yeah, that's probably not gonna happen then. It's semi-almost viable looks. We have that, we have that. We just need these two. It's more viable than... I wouldn't say it's more viable than Magicist, because we're just missing a few things from here. Like, really, and we already have that one. We could just not have two of these, and like two of these, get rid of two of those and put something else, so it's not that big a deal. Another 10, come on, I want to see a lot of shines. Nice. This is probably the best one so far. Just from the looks, not necessarily from what's going to be inside. It's on the right side. Though, what are we even looking for that's an ultra? Nothing, right? But the... oh, the Link summon, I guess. A second Elysium. You can't just be giving me like 50 Elysiums instead of the cards that I actually want. Oof. That was second Elysium. Who would have assumed that would ever happen? A card I didn't even expect to use. Another... hey... I don't know how they want you to say this. Haney? Hane? Haney's cuter, right? So I'll go with Haney. Oof. Golden Whiff. Upgrade? Nope. Ooh. Playset of Alistair. We got him. Do you have two invocations or one? It's one, right? So we still need two invocations, question mark. Muda, the sword. Mudara, the sword oracle. Start one earth, fairy monster, special on this card from your hand, then place one Gravekeeper trap from your deck. Base up in your spell and trap zone. Combat this card from your field or graveyard, then target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, or up to 5 if Exchange of Spirit is on your field or in your graveyard. Shuffle them to the deck. Pretty sure this card's okay, right? Because I've seen it before. I'm familiar with it, I think. Wasn't there a second Ultra spot? Where was that? Is it here? Here it is. Right side, please. Okay, we got multiple. Oof! Got her, even though she wasn't even on the right side of the card. So Witchcrafter Vice Madam. Alright. Well, show me what you do. You're an Ultra. You're in the Witchcrafters. Are you going to turn me to the Witchcrafter side and make an Alistair Witchcrafter instead of Magicist? One Witchcrafter and a Spellcaster. When a spell card or effect, or a non-fusion spellcaster monster effect is activated, so when a spell card or effect, it doesn't say trap. When it's always when they say when a spell card or effect Where I think what that means is if a spell card or a spell card that uses an effect activates, like if they have a continuous spell already on the field and then it activates its effect, then you can interact with it. Or a non-fusion spellcaster monster effect is activated. And activate one of these effects, but you can only use it once per turn. But you can only use each effect of Witchcraft Device once per turn, so it means you can do all three of these. Destroy card. So whenever you play a spell or activate a spell, or whenever a non-fusion spellcaster monster activates the effect. So whenever your spellcasters activate effects that aren't fusions, or when a spell card is played, yes. Destroy card. Spell summon at level 6 or lower, or Witchcrafter from the deck. Add a Witchcrafter spell trap from your graveyard to your hand. I mean, yeah, that's great. Great boss monster. 27 attack, 28 booty. What do we got over here? A second golem. Oof, I'm pretty sure the thing special summons itself for free, right? When your opponent activates a card effect that targets a spellcaster you can control, or targets it for an attack, you can quick effect. You can target one card your opponent controls, or Witchcrafter spell on your graveyard, special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, return the target to the hand. You can only use this effect of her once per turn. Once per turn, during your opponent's standby phase, return this card to the hand. During your opponent's standby is kind of rough, but you're kind of using this on their turn anyways, so you could use it on yours, but it's most likely on theirs, potentially. No booty on this card. 0 defense for something that looks like that. I'm just saying. In the little one. So, Witchcrafter Madam Vary. Damage during damage calculations if your spellcaster monster battles an opponent's monster. Quick effects. You can reveal any number of spells with different names in your hand, and if you do, your battling monster gains 1,000 for each card revealed until the end turn. This has to be on the field to activate. I didn't know if this was like a hand trap. And both of these effects are once per turn. You can discard one spell, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent controls until... I currently chose until the end of this phase. Currently controls not for the entire turn, so they have to be on the field for this to matter. So cool, but how do you... Oh, this is not a normal summon. I didn't realize this wasn't a normal. How do you get this thing on the board? Alright, so we basically have all the Witchcrafters. We got Madame Lolly here, we got 2 Golems, and the Vice Madam. Like, what? We have basically all 3 boss monsters in one pack. It really wants me to play Witchcrafter. I need another invocation, please, so if you could... Oh my god. Ooh, nice Reptilian. Okay, starting here. Mask Hero Acid, sick. Must be set on from your hand with Mask Change. Why did I say hand? Must be special summoned with Mask Change or Mask Change 2. That 2 works as well. Card special summon, destroy as many spell and traps your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, all monsters they control lose 300. I mean, losing 300 is nothing, but summoning this to pop all spells and traps is fine. You can put this into Dynamiss if you want to spare the 2 slots. 1 or 2 slots for a Mask Change 2. Because what Mask Change 2 does is you play it, discard 1 card, target 1 monster you control that has a level lower than the hero you want to summon that's also the same attribute. Destroy or tribute the monster that you chose to summon out the masked hero. I did that in a roundabout way, but you should understand what I mean. And it's just an easier way to get out mask heroes in any deck that you want. If your deck has an element, which all decks have elements, you can put Mask Change in it and go into whatever mask hero that your element aligns with, essentially. Which is what I like to do with zombies, because zombies are usually dark, so you can just... If you really have nothing else to do and you have a zombie on the field and a Mask Change 2, just go straight into Law. Dark Law is oppressive, so it's just a free Dark Law in any dark deck. Oof! I forget this card is. Guess what does this even do? Because it's Crowley. 2 spellcasters. If this card is Link Summon, You reveal 3 spellbook cards with different names from your deck, and your opponent randomly picks 1 for you to add to your hand. Also shuffle the rest into the deck. You can only use this effect of Crowley once per turn. Each turn, 1 level 5 or higher spellcaster you normal summon can be summoned without tributing. Be summoned without tributing. Oh, you can summon a Witchcrafter for free, basically. That's what this is saying. So this isn't really for Magistus or Alistair, even though it is Crowley. Like, it's using the same name. It's Crowley, maybe older Crowley, but it doesn't benefit its archetype at all. Its original archetype. It benefits spellbooks and Witchcrafters, honestly, because the Witchcrafters' bosses are high-level spellcasters. We'll have to see about that. Can I get a Link one? It's a second copy of her, which is what we spent our roll on to begin with. Attach a material from this card. Special summon 1 Magistus monster from your deck. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, except Magistus. While this card is equipped to a monster, you can target 1 effect monster your opponent controls and negate its effects until the end of this turn. You can only use the effect of this card once per turn. And massive booty on that. So, a second Elysium, every single Witchcrafter card that you would want for the boss monsters. Second one of her, playset of Alistair. Crowley, which I don't know what I'm going to do with that. Acid, I don't know where. Acid's cool. I mean, his name's sick. I mean, he kind of looks cool. Kinda, like waving my hand around, kinda. But his name's sick, so I feel like I would want to just try to see if I can splash him into something, but probably won't put too much effort into that. I didn't add that, I did there. So yeah, playset of Alistair. Still only the 1 invocation. Only 2 of these still. Haven't got any of these. Are you even in this pack? Like, where the heck are you? Why is this guy not even in there? Okay, so this guy's not even in there. That's why I'm not getting any of him. So this guy doesn't count. We have to actually just craft that guy naturally. We haven't got Mechaba, which is actually a whiff. And this is a super rare. So we're still going to be looking out for them. We still need these 4. Well, 5. But we can maybe not deal with that. Like, drop one of these. Maybe even drop a Mechaba. Even though that's psychotic. So if you can somehow get 2 of these on the field, that's crazy, right? Yeah, because Mechaba's effect is a soft once per turn, not a hard once per turn. So if you get 2 Mechabas, you have 2 negates. Alright, second to last. Ooh, you hate to see that. That's brutal. Are we seriously gonna roll nothing? Okay, upgrade, thanks. Wrong side. It's an ultra though. Card that's probably not gonna be used. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap card where you have no cards in your hand, negate the activation if you destroyed. So yeah, this is a crunch if I've ever seen it. Let me do that. We were doing so well. We just kept getting everything we needed back to back to back, and it's like, nah. Suffer. You get nothing. Upgrade again. Keep doing that. I'm trying to slide the whole... Oh, right side. Alistair that we can burn. Crystal Beast. Oh yeah, I mean I like Crystal Beasts. I do have the Crystal Beast theme deck in real life. So Crystal Beast Rainbow Dragon. If this face-up card is destroyed in the monster zone, you can place it face-up in the spell and trap zone as a continuous spell instead of in the graveyard. Only use the following effects of this card once per turn. When attack is declared involving Crystal Beast monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Magic card, treat it as a continuous spell. Special summon 1 level 4 or lower Crystal Beasts from your deck but negate its effects. If you do, add an ultimate Crystal monster from your deck to your hand. And then of course a 4th Alistair that can be destroyed for an invocation that we clearly are not getting because Konami made sure that we suffered. I think we hit an Ultra here too just to screw us over as well. Because if we didn't hit that Ultra on the wrong side of the pack, we would have been able to get a guaranteed Ultra at the end of the next pack. So there's our super. I need an invocation. Second one of you, sure. So we finished that line. So that was a very rough. Yeah, this is really bad that we hit that and basically debuffed the next pack by hitting this. So we could have got a guaranteed UR for this set, which I don't know. We don't actually need any URs anymore, right? So maybe that's fine. We just need the supers at this point. Like we just need these and this and that. Yeah, because again, the transgressions that we've gotten, you're getting immediately killed. And then the 4th Alistair, obviously, we can just do that as well. Rainbow Dragon, I'll let that stay around. Oh, this is a one-of, which so if we get more of these, we could kill it. And probably M's going to kill it, but we'll think about it. And Elysium is so hard to play that it's actually okay to maybe kill one. Just to try to get, I guess, him. Because we still need that. That's the only Ultra we really care about from the pack at this point. I still can't believe this guy's around. This card we can probably destroy. There's a lot of stuff that's here. It can be gotten rid of. Well, one of the wind-ups dead. Still unplayable. So yeah, wind-up Shark. When a wind-up monster is normal special summon to your side of the field, this gets special summon. So that's why you play Magician, then use Shark. Alright, last 10 packs. There's a Ultra in there. We don't really care about the Ultras, right? We want the super. We need the invocation. Why the fanfare? Why upgrade to gold? Why show Utopia? Is it just to say this is glossy? Is that really all that was there for? Because we had a glossy there, so I hate when they do that. Oh yeah, you got golds, upgrade, you got Utopia. Wrong side. Terrors of the Overroot. Check out one card your opponent controls. And one card in the graveyard. Send that card on the field to the graveyard, and if you do, set the other card from the graveyard to your opponent's field. Okay, we're getting burnt, I guess. That's another free Ultra. Wrong side. EMP. Meow Mine. I know this is a good card. If a link monster is on the field or in either graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon one EMP Meow Mine once per turn this way. If a link 2 you control is sent to the graveyard or banished, except during the damage up, you can banish the card from your graveyard. If it was there when the monster was sent or banished, or hand, even if not, then target one card your opponent controls, return it to the hand. So yeah. If you link summon with a link 2, aka IP, Masquerain, or SP Knight, or whatever. I'm pretty sure SP Knight's a 2, right? So if you use either of those, and this is in your hand, get a free bounce. Again, all we're looking for is supers, so it's kind of rough that we're still missing, even with 50 packs. It's all because of the last pack was such a colossal whiff. Upgrade to Ultra. There better actually be something in here and not just fanfare. It's on the wrong side. Zombie World. Well, I mean, I guess that gets destroyed because I already have a playset of Zombie World. We have a playset, which is just, when this is on the field, all monsters on the field and in the graveyard are zombies. And you can't tribute summon monsters except zombies, so... because it doesn't make zombies in your hand, that means you can't tribute summon at all, unless you are already running a zombie deck. Wow. Almost all shiny. Well, oof. We're going to spend a lot to try to get these extra supers, because those Link spellcasters are a must, because you need to be able to one card combo with Alistair. Multiple? Just one. Mechaba at the end! At least we got the Mechaba. So, Alistair and a light, once per turn, when a spell card, spell a trap card, or monster effect is activated, quick effect, you can send the same same type of card, monster spell trap, from your hand to the graveyard, negate the activation. If you do, banish that card. Obviously, if you don't have those cards in your hand, then you're kind of screwed, but still. This is... you should, because... at least for a spell. Because how Alistair works, you play Alistair, link him off, play Invocation, banish Alistair from the graveyard. Invocation hits the graveyard, but because Alistair's banished, you can bounce Alistair back into the deck and add Invocation back to your hand. Which, now that I think about it, maybe you don't even need 2 Invocations to go into Elysium. Now that I think about that, it might be even smaller combo than I thought. Maybe it is actually just a 2-card combo. We'll think about that in a second. So we got the Mechaba. We are out of gems now. I still have to keep playing more ranked though, because is this not even in this set? Because we need to finish the battle pass now that I've committed to it. Wait, we still need 2 of these, 1 of those, and we need to make that, which shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I'll be getting rid of this. Yeah, I don't need 3. I have 3 now. I don't need 3, so I'll only take the 2, because you have the Banshee who searches out Zombie Worlds, so there's no reason to have multiple. This also gets destroyed. Don't know about anything else though. We didn't get another one of her, but she is a level 8, so might be a bit overkill. And just because I don't really care about you. And then even the second Elysium might go, or even Acid, or Crowley. This Crowley card, because it's not really worth anything. Maybe in the toys. We don't really care about the toys, right? So if this guy in the toys can go. Because I don't think I'm going to be playing wind-ups ever. So actually I'll just get rid of both of them, even though I have them and this guy. So we have enough for her. Then it's just... oh, we still need more for Invocation, actually. Invocation's like priority number 1. But then we still need more for her. And Mechaba, so it's like, oof. Yeah, I guess this guy too. Oh yeah, and that. But I shouldn't be doing this on camera. I should... Magical Muskets, we don't care about you. Or... oh, that's an Ultra. This is all old stuff. So this is all the stuff we just gotten. We don't really need anything for Ultras, but I might as well just have them for the future. No, we have enough for 1, so we shouldn't really be playing around with that. So we have enough for 3. So get 2 and then 1 of her, just to not miss too hard. Yeah, We possibly don't need a second one of these. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, I'll fix this off and maybe even use it soon somewhere. I'm surprised we even hit 2 of these. But the Elysiums are like crazy. Like, how did we even manage that? Yeah, let's just think about the Alistair combo. I know I'm wasting time extending the video, but oh well. So, we have our 5 cards. Play Alistair, we're down to 4. Get Invocation, we're back up to 5 in hand and Alistair on field. Special summon one of these guys, or whatever can be special summoned. So now we're down to 4 in hand. So we have Alistair and something on the board. Link Alistair off into the into Artemis. Then Invocation says, if summoning an invoked fusion, this way you can also banish monsters from your field and or graveyard as material. If this card is in your graveyard, you can target one of your banished Alistairs, shuffle this card into the deck, shuffle this card into the deck, and if you do, add that monster to your hand. Okay, so it adds Alistair to your hand, not the other way around. So yeah, so play Alistair, do that. Then play that, so that's 3 cards. Then Alistair comes back. So you still need 2 invocations. And yeah, 2 invocations plus Alistair and another monster. So it's a 4-card combo to get to Elysium, so it is pretty rough just to do that. Like, your entire hand has to facilitate getting to Elysium. But other than that, you have a 1-card combo to get a Mecha Bus, so it's not that big a deal. You can just get Elysium on another turn if you've successfully prevented your opponent from doing anything. Anyways, thanks for watching. Remember to buy my stickers, or think about becoming a member, or subscribe if you want subscribers work on watch time and subscribers. And don't forget, we have a throne now as well. And shout out to the members, EmmyStarr and RaleyDrew. Also, don't forget that if you become a member for 6 months, you get access to the Discord as long as you're 18 and over. Or if you stay a member for 12 months, you get a free 3D model commissioned from me within reason, and that's every 12 months that you are a member. So every year you will get a free 3D model of whatever you want, again within reason. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Tune into the next episode. Like, share, comment. You know the do. See you.